damn leg alone, bro. Leave my leg alone, bro. Why you attacking my leg, bro? Why you attacking my leg? What is that all about? Is that some new training? Something I got to read about? Turn this down. What's going on, y'all? I need to turn my house. I want to wait for few people to come in, you know. But before I get into the reading, let's discuss just a few little things. Y'all see that senator who went to LA? Well, I guess he's running for senator in New York. Mike Iska made the porn movies. When I tell y'all that everything is out and about, it's amazing. Now, there are numerous books. This is going to be quite a few things all together. Look into my ICUS if you want to. I don't care about congressmen, politicians, and none of them. They're all full of shit. They're the enemy. Let me tell you something. They drafted their own, and they want people to believe they did it around 1800s. It's all a lie. They drafted their own constitution that puts you beneath them and have you still believing you're voting them in office. And I've been telling people this for a long time. If you know you're indigenous to this land, Aboriginal, anything and everything they do, it can affect you. You have the right to fight back. It don't apply to you. But as long as you run around calling yourself black, African American, now all people melanated can't be us. I'm sorry. There's no hate. We're all kindred all over this earth. I don't care all the earths. I don't care if you look like a goddamn lizard. Everybody's being manipulated by a source and not the source. Now, I wanted to be able to read some things and get you to a certain point before I start making these proclamations. All right? They're based on my opinion. They can be accepted as theory. Some people can sit there and say they're conspiracy. Let me show you something about what a conspiracy is. Other than what we've become, I always tell you that conspiracy is based upon a theory, which leads to a conspiracy. So they're one and the same. The problem is, it's real or not. All right? It's like when I was telling you about the mystery flesh. They shut it down in 2007. For what? Because the scientists and all of them had to get in there and see what our Mother Earth is all about. It's not the only place. I told you about certain places right here on our land that are big caves and underground forests that actually have light. Conspiracy theorists, a person that researches a subject and then uses logic and critical thinking skills to form an educated opinion, instead of just blindly believing whatever they saw on TV. And the majority of our people believe what they've learned on TV, and the education system is purely about that, because I remember when I went to school, we watched movies damn near every other day. And then while we were growing up, you know, we had those little cartoon, you know, a bill is just an ordinary bill, and conjunction, junction, what's your function, hooking up words, you know what I'm saying, all that stuff. That was to make sure that we didn't remember anything, even if we were told something, to acclimate to their priority of making us their subjects. We are nobody's subject unless you deny who you really are. Yesterday when I was driving, I'm going to tell you, some little goofy Spanish ab-looking motherfucker rode up by me looking at my truck. I hope you highly trained, motherfucker, because I will end you quickly. I don't care about your training. See, we have these conscripts in this world that run around and they're given furloughs to do whatever they want. And you need to know this. All right? Who remembers 2017-18 when that sister had her boyfriend murdered by another sergeant, by another guy in the army, because his wife they were breaking up and he was messing with her. So he shoots her, he shoots him outside. He just came home on furlough. And this sorry woman, they plotted and murdered him. For what? You see, our people have dynastically become very sick. I look at all those troops over there, 181st Airborne, all right, in Ukraine. They don't think for themselves. And see, this is what they need you. They need you right there where you don't think for yourself. Because if you don't think for yourself, they do the thinking for you, but they have you believe. And this shows you the weakness. Have you believing in the lies. That's why they had that idiot Schwab and all them other goofy things over there in Sweden. I'm not going to call them Jews. In Sweden, come out talking about all this crazy stuff that they're doing. Because they've tapped into the founding youth, and they've also done some very horrendous things. The problem is, what I'm going to read the Book of Enoch first. Then I'm going to FLATLANTIS, and then I'm going to read 1 or 2 paragraphs, the ending paragraphs of Terra Infinita. I got some food down there on the stove. It's steaming. Yeah, it's steaming, so I have to give it about 15 minutes. I think we're about 10 minutes in. I'll go check it. But the other thing is, it's dangerous to have people around you that envy you. They look at you as competition while you look at them as friends and family. Remember that what that saying Tyson says? Let me pull it up. I'd rather you hear it than me express it. I was watching these videos, and it's pretty sad. I have a lot of videos and executions, murders, and all that stuff, but I don't get nothing from it. It allows me to be where you can't be. Most of you would be very disturbed, and you don't know how to look beyond or see into why. Trust me when I tell you this. Just trust me. Don't think you know. Everybody that helps you is not your friend.
The only person that can hurt me is a friend. You know, and ain't nobody can hurt you but a friend. You have to be careful of your friend more so than the people that you may think is your enemy, who you never had conflict with. Everybody you fight is not your enemy, and everybody that helps you is not your friend. The only person that can hurt me is a friend. You know, and ain't nobody can hurt you but a friend. Yeah.
I just want you to hear that. I want it to sink in. It's not to go out witch hunting and start looking at everybody as your enemy. It's to remove the feelings that compel us to look for one or the other. Because see, a true friend who is a friend of himself, you will never have to expect what we deal with today. An enemy wouldn't be an enemy if they actually knew themselves. Now do you get why I started off the way I did? Y'all know I'm not a religious person. I don't even, it's not whether I believe or accept the word religion, I just don't believe it. I believe it's been used as a weapon, and it's better to part from something that's been used as a weapon, whether it's real or not. What I do believe is certain things, quatrains, sayings, and this and that other, because there is nothing new under the sun. So that means that imperatively, everything is old, but they have manipulated it. It is for us to seek discernment in self. So never come to me thinking I'm some kind of religious, not at all. Don't ever bring me your Jesus, because I'll hurt your feelings about him, especially his real description. I learned that overseas. When I told you that he was in America and they wanted to kill him, he was dark as midnight, looked like samurai, Afro samurai's hairdo, all white, had a hunchback, scoliosis very bad, walked with a cane, a limp, very short. I think he was like 4'9" or 5'4", 5'4". Yeah, walking around doing amazing, wonderful things and told of a time to come. Well, why is it that nobody knows about that? Just like the Vatican going out there seeking forgiveness to the original lords of those lands, those black so-called melanated Montes paintings. See, if they can keep it to themselves, then they can use what's called spiral energy. That means the reverse, dark energy. For them, dark energy is what powers them, sadly. But they've been scripted to do it. They have been, you see it every decade, you see a new form of them arise. When I was growing up, I'm here to tell you right now, the majority of Pale, and this is nothing about races and all that, but the majority of Pale women didn't have the bodies they do now. But come to find out, a lot of these Pale women aren't Pale women at all. They're Negroes who pass for Pale, or white, which is nothing but a status. In their ignorance, they do so. And there's a ton of them. Spanish, a lot of Spanish women passing for white, and then they claim a native. Let me tell you something. If you don't want to look beyond the scope of the lies, and because somebody made a comment in TikTok, Jungin, I don't care about race. I don't care about history. I said, you don't have to care about history. The people that need to care about history are the aboriginals of this earth. This earth. I said this for my people who have been dissuaded and named over and over, and they have this boule factor, and I hate using that word, giving them some kind of status like it's a negative. All right? They don't know what they do to themselves. That's why I'm going to read. None of my other one. My other one's expensive. I'm not going to sit here and fumble through that. It's quatrains. It is even some things in there is old and different. Actually befitting of the first apocryphy, which they were the first one to destroy. The Enoch book I bought is based upon, I think, the 3rd edition. So, you know, the person has the original one? Some old rich guy in France. That damn Enoch book, they put a price on it. It's millions of dollars. And you'll never see what it's really all about because he's some Kabbalist, Masonic piece of shit. Or his family has it now. I think he's passed away. He might still be alive, but that's not for me to know. I know it's meant for certain groups and certain people to hide the topography of our history and break out little bits and give it all to different people as if it belongs to them all. It only belongs to us. That doesn't mean that we're not the savior for them all. The fact of the matter, I'm going to read. Oh man, that's smelling good, y'all. All right, I'm going to read this part and I'm going to get my plate and then I'll get into the other 2 parts. I'm taking my time today. We ain't in a rush. It's Thursday. At least that's what everybody believes. Chapter 5. Would that be quatrain 5? Oh, I forget how it goes. No, I don't. Anyway, observe ye how the trees cover themselves with green leaves and bear fruit. Wherefore give ye heed. Heed, that means to take notice, to pay attention. And know with regard to all his works, and recognize how he that liveth forever hath made them so. As redundant to the staple of order. Do you know why it's the woman that gives man power? And the reason why man protects the woman, the vessel? It's a circle of life. That's the only circle of life. Anything else that's a circle is chaos. And all his works go on thus from year to year forever. And all the tasks which they accomplish for him, and their tasks change not. We are still stuck, regardless of what they've done to us and everything else. We, for some reason, always pull back to the circle of truth, where everybody runs around in redundancy. They accomplish for him, and their tasks change not, but according as the Creator hath ordained, so it is done. We know that Creator could be symbolic of creators, a team, for let's make them in our image. You need to know this. Is that the Creator, or was that the custodians or Anunnaki that manifested us in a different form to weaken us? And yet we still rose above. That's why I'm reading everything. It's only for you to look at. It's only based upon my opinion of my studies and world travels. And behold how the sea and the rivers in like manner accomplish and change not their tasks from his commandments. Commandments doesn't mean an order. It means something ordained, established from the beginning. That means with order. Do you get what I'm saying? I'm not some pope, pimp preacher trying to bring you into this ecclesiastical idea of a cult-like movement. I am only using words and I'm foraging for the truth in them, not the scourge that has been utilized by all these people sweating, wiping their brows, sleeping with every woman in the witch card, and people jumping around and hoppa lava. Just saying. But ye have not, as he calls upon you to express, ye have not been steadfast, nor done the commandments of the Creator. The commandments is nothing more than order, have not stayed in it, stuck to it. Yet the luminaries stay steadfast without motion of movement. And all the vile ones are here who are being misled by something. I keep telling you, the gray wolf in the dark was very important. They need us to dismiss that of origin and Creator, to not know. Why? Because they want to show that we are unworthy, that all should bow down before us. I don't need nobody to bow down nothing. It's a metaphor, people. But ye have turned away and spoken proud and hard words amongst one another. For what does it say in the Bible? For ye are gods, for he is within you. The universe is within you, for you are the universe. With your impure mouths against the greatness, O ye hard-hearted, ye shall find no peace. Therefore shall ye execrate your days. Do you know what that means? To not enumerate. And you see where we're at because we stay in delusion. Now, it is our choice when we hear the few that have come along. And that's why I say the prophets are written on the prophets are on the walls. They are dead. But those who prophesize, people will easily dismiss them because of the systems around them. Prophesize is not a great deal or a great order. It just means people talking against what's common to most folks in a broken thing. For if there was no need, everything would be righteous. And righteous only means steeped or based in order. Man, I wish these fake-ass preachers would teach this the way it's supposed to be. And the years of your life should perish. They should be denumbered. And the years of your destruction shall be multiplied in eternal execration. And it falls upon everyone. It's speaking to all humanities. And you should find no mercy. Why are we told to remain with empathy? Fuck sympathy. To have love unbearing. Do you get where I'm coming from? And by you shall all who curse, as in be cursed. And all the sinners and the hopeless, that means those who transgress against us, or the creation itself, shall imprecate by you. There shall be a time. There's no weapon forged, no darkness, no evil. It'll all be light as it was in the beginning. And for you, the wickedness, the creatorless, there should be a curse. That's why I keep telling y'all, forget about hell. That ain't nothing. I almost got to the point where I was like, man, I can burn forever compared to what really is going to happen. And all the shall rejoice. And there's a reason why the word is not there. It's imperative you not know. The first should be last, and then the last shall become first again. And there should be forgiveness of sins. Do you know what sins imperatively actually means? It's like saying obscure of all righteousness. Everything that goes against it. Doesn't mean beat yourself up. All right? And every mercy and peace and forbearance, there shall be salvation unto them, and a goodly light. That means your light is darkened. It's like a small little ember. You might have to take a fan. That's why breath is the spirit, and you must learn how to increase the spirit by practicing breathing. Why you think they decrease and mess with the air at a certain level, up to about 1,000 feet, all this pollution? It has been steeped in design. And there shall be salvation unto them, a goodly light, and for all you sinners, there shall be no salvation. Do you know what it's like when I express to y'all about like when you get caught up doing something over and over and over? Jeffrey Dahmer, you start off harming animals, next thing you know you're pulling the bones, boiling the flesh off of it, you're sewing the carcasses together, you're doing weird things. Next thing is you move to bigger things. You move to a graves. Yes, people used to dig up graves, do weird things with the bodies. Then it goes to the living and attempted to automate. Where does that poison come from? But on you all shall abide a curse. But for the elect there shall be light and joy and peace. And I'm going to stop right there. I don't need to go any further. I just wanted to break something down for you because I've listened to so many bandwagoners in collusion misdirect the etymology of so many words and consecrate themselves to it as if it's actually based upon fact. This is not derived from me, bro and sister. Like I said, I see things different. And you can too. I'm gonna run down here and put my stuff off the steam because and I gotta douse it with that Carolina Reaper sauce. Oh, it's so hot and good though. If you don't get up goodness. I was starving, y'all. It's going on 12 o'clock, so I wanted to wait. So this time to eat. I didn't want to eat. And I even have my fruit juice. I don't eat a lot of this, but I put enough on where, you know what I'm saying? Enough of this. What I put on here right now is about 2 chips. But I'm used to eating this hot stuff. Anyway, I do it because I see things different. Doesn't mean you don't. I see a lot of y'all offer a lot of information, man. Some of y'all comment, I'll be like, yo, that's spot on. And I use it. Oh, it's hot. Because some of y'all, I'm telling you, you're magical. Woo! It's almost spicy. Oh my God. Oh. Look at that shit. Get y'all some. Order you some. Carolina Reaper. Scoville. Oh my God, my throat is burning, y'all. 1.474 million on the Scoville scale. I eat spicy food. When I did the first chip, I did that. And so when the second chip come, the yellow one, and when the red one came, I did 3 of them. The blue one, I'm not messing with. I had 2 friends say, don't do it red, and I'm not doing it. Even though I like hot stuff, I'm not attempting to be in pain and have my stomach messed up for like 4 or 5 days. I'm just not doing it. Okay. I'm gonna continue to, because I read all night and I look for things. And I just know where to look, you know what I'm saying? Because I read so much. And I always remember certain stories or something somewhere, and it's like an invocation. So I go to it. That's why when I was attempting to think of the flesh pit, there was other things I knew about, like, you know, the pyramids in DC, the pyramids over here, pyramids, the couple that were in Texas. I think they leveled one of them. They literally destroyed it, because they wanted to see, and found out that there's one underneath it, as was on top, as above, as below. It's not so below. So means direction. They're saying we're gonna make it as. No. They're fucking around with us, saying we're gonna make it as above, but no, we're gonna station and make it the way we want to make it. That's what I'm reading other books. But let's get right into this, all right? Even before the 4th century BC, similar claims were made by ancient Greek and Roman poets and historians like Pindar, Herodotus. We already read that. I'm sorry, my apologies. We're actually over here, and my fault. In 1035 AD, Archbishop Aldebert, the Vicar of Scandinavia, sent a team of Frisian nobles to explore the northern polar region, after which Adam of Bremen recorded their experiences in the book. Gesta, if you want to write this down, I'll give you a couple of minutes to grab a pen and stuff, all right? Record experiences in the book, and I'm going to tell you the book right now. I'm going to spell it out for each word. You know I'm going to hack it up a little bit because I don't speak. A friend of mine, Mavis, she's on my Facebook page. It's Netherlands, so I gotta reach out. It's the same language pretty much, and let her help me with it. I speak a little German, Dutch, different. Gesta, Gesta, it's like Hammerberg Genesis. It's Hamma, Berg, Burg, Genesis, Enesis. Ecclesia is an ecclesiastic, Eccle, Pontificum, and y'all have heard that in movies before. Ponti, P-O like in a Pontiac, Ponti, Ficum, Ficum. Ficum. Check it out for yourselves. Similar to accounts of the Hyperboreans, the Frisian explorers claim to reach an island where they encountered giant human beings living in caves. Sounds like the Kandahar giant, doesn't it? Displaced. Want to be bothered, not bothered. Domiciles were adorned. Beings living in caves and underground hollows. The giants' domiciles were adorned in gold and precious metals, which some of the Frisians stupidly attempted to steal and were swiftly chased back to their boats, minus one of their comrades caught by a giant who in a twinkling tore him to pieces before their eyes. They never reached the North Pole or a magnetic mountain, but did encounter an incredible feature long alleged to surround them. Ancient Norse legend states, excuse me, that's good, y'all, that a gigantic violent maelstrom, whirlpool, people, for those who don't know, like a tornado, Wizard of Oz, known as I can't pronounce that, Bergelimir, begins with an H, or the world's well, surrounds the polar mountain and via 4 6-hour daily cycles of pushing and pulling through subterranean channels. Sounds familiar? Flesh pit. Now you see why I told you about that? In Texas. All right, pushing and pulling through subterranean channels caused the rising and falling of tides on Earth. Adam, as the Earth breathes. Adam of Bremen recounts the Frisian explorers' deadly encounter with this abysmal chasm. As such, of a sudden they fell into that numbing ocean's dark mist, which could hardly be penetrated with the eyes. And behold, the current of the fluctuating ocean whirled back to its mysterious fountainhead, and with most furious impetuosity, drew the unhappy sailors, who in their despair now thought only of death, onto chaos. This, they say, is the abysmal chasm. They weren't meant to be there. That deep in which report has it all, that all the backflow of the sea, which appears to decrease, is absorbed and in turn revomited, as the mounting fluctuation is usually described. Remember that place where they can't get to and what's happening around, you know? Beautiful. As the partners were imploring the mercy of the Creator to receive their souls, the backward thrust of the sea carried away some of their ships, but its forward ejection threw the rest behind the others. Freed thus by the timely help of the Creator from the instant peril they had before their eyes, they seconded the flood by rowing with all their might. So seconded means to escape, evade, to remove themselves. Do you see how words are different? When you actually, bilaterally, when you look at something and you realize the meaning. Besides the Norse legends of that friggin' word, H-V-E-R-G-E-L-M-I-R, and I wasn't going to look it up to hear the sound because I chopped that up. Bergelimir sounds like. Historical records of this world well can be found as early as the 8th century AD. When Paulus Diaconus, or Paul the Deacon, Benedictine monk, scribe and historian of the Lombards, wrote in his Historia Langobardorum that not far from the shore, where the ocean extends without bounds, is that very deep abyss of waters which we commonly call the ocean's navel. Remember, some people have put up this picture of the real Alaska, like the real North Pole, and they show a hole and they say it's non-stop, the turbulence around it. Whenever they show you the History Channel, all that, the people that reach the North Pole putting their flag, they're not at the North Pole, people. Just like they show you people on the moon, and then you see the little silver cords. Is that bounds is that very deep abyss of waters which we commonly call the ocean's navel. It is said twice a day to suck the waves into itself and to spew them out again, as is proved to happen along all these coasts. Tide in, tide out, but this is different, though. Where the waves rush in and go back again with fearful rapidity. By the whirlpool of which we have spoken, it is asserted that ships are often drawn in with such rapidity that they seem to resemble the flight of arrows through the air. And sometimes they are lost in the gulf with a very frightful destruction. Often, just as they are about to go under, they are brought back again by a sudden shock of the waves, and they are sent out again thence with the same rapidity with which they were drawn in. Dude. What they say, the chamber of life? And when I tell you dragons are real, that's the reason why I'm going to have to read Bella the Dragon. They had to remove and hide that because they believe that they have two of them chained up somewhere, someone was saying. It matters me not. What matters me more is that our people come around and realize it. Our women become strong again. Remove the feminist ideology. It has nothing to do with the creation of order. If you need something else as an attire or you know, an additive, then who are you? If you need anything outside of yourself, regardless of what's going on, and you haven't paid attention to the times of how you got there, or you don't question them, then you're part of the subjugation of the conspiracy. Without a theory, you have sacramented yourself to a lie of your existence. And we will pick up tomorrow, Geraldus Cumbres, the Gambers, which called of Gerald the Wells. Now, Terra Infinita. Actually, it's a blessing. It's a blessing to me when I meet somebody who's read the books, and we sit there and we hold the same. The brother who works at the gunfighting range, he's read the one. He hasn't read this one, so he's getting it. And me and him, we communicate. And he grew up in L.A. in the hood, and he cannot stand liberals. He says he just watched how everything how they destroyed everything, and more people just kept coming off of boats. Okay, so part 2, the interview with Helen, the known lands and the last reset, which is chapter 19, the navigator's daughter born in the Ancestral Republic. While the official versions do not inform us about these worlds and what is the reason for their visit to our lands, those questions are somewhat complex to answer quickly, but I will try. There are many continents behind what you know as poles. I would call them barriers or walls. They can be of ice, as in Antarctica, and in several other parts, as well as mountains, although there are several types of these barriers, both in your known world and outside. I have visited your land so many times as I consider myself part of here, but the ancestors have even visited other worlds repeatedly, and thousands of other races have also visited us, both in a friendly way and in the most cruel way. We could say that I am also part of here since my ancestors were born in these same lands and lived here until the final day. Since I was a child, a young one, I would say youngling, you know what the word child means. I was motivated by the idea, of being able to return and step on the soil of my mother and my grandparents. They gave up their lives for the freedom of our entire race. The Great War was 1914, people, 1917. Part of the destruction. A systematic thing was based on the custodians after the Anunnaki didn't return, who made a deal. Based upon my studies. We could say that I am also blah blah here until the final day. Since I was a child, I was motivated by the idea of being able to return and step on the soil of my mother and grandparents. They gave up their lives for the freedom of our entire race. My father is William Morris, last book, and I must tell you that he was born in these lands like you. He had the fortune of being able to cross those imposed artificial ice walls created by the same parasites that control them today, and managed to find our lands, I mean the Ancestral Republic, or whatever you want to call it. There he met my mother and formed a great family. I have the best memories of my dear father that fortunately many are knowing little by little, and soon a large part will know more about the lands where I was born. Chapter 20, William Morris, the man who tried to change the course of humanity. I'm gonna save that for tomorrow. It's just about 3 or 4 paragraphs, and then we get into the near lands, chapter 1. But I just wanted to share that with you. Break down a few things. I'm not saying that what I break down is correct or right. I'm just saying, I see things different. I believe we all do. And another thing I want to speak on is there are descriptions of us all across this land. Then how do certain people ignore it? I don't care about how mad and angry they get. How do they ignore it? Why? It's not like they met the custodians or anybody. They were raised in their lie. So that's all they know. I'm up out of that shell, but not enough. And if they really want to save themselves, they do a big about face and with perfection. That's all I can say to that. Well, I'm going a little heavy with the best. Hey, I threw all my garlic away, y'all. Every last bit of it. Man, I had to look into some sources and go on the DuckDuckGo and this, that, and other. I said, no wonder the Chinese don't eat garlic over there. Anyway. It wasn't meant for us to eat garlic, y'all. And anything with folic acid and titanium dioxide and all, stop taking it. That's messing up your electric, your spark. All them vitamins, throw them out. Meditate, breathe, correct your body's status. This stuff is so spicy and so delicious. Oh my goodness. Stop drinking almond milk. If it don't say made with distilled water and almonds, and it has all that other stuff in it, the silk and all that crap, that is garbage. Every last bit of it is garbage. It'll keep mucus in you. It's not even dairy, but it'll keep mucus in you. It's mostly produced where soy is produced. And we're talking about the degenerate bioengineered crap. These bastards have fucked up far too long. Y'all need to snap up out of it. You need to share this. Thank you, Westside Colic, being the only one, and ToLU Cherokee being the only two I seen. I'm gonna put it up. I can see everybody sharing my material. That is your material. Share it, god damn it. Stop being so elaborated with yourself. I just read key things. Don't be that. Share the damn post, man. So other people can learn. Or otherwise you're up to something that's no good. But it's no good for yourself, trust me. Oh well. I appreciate everybody to come in. I'm going to get shout outs because I'm about to fuck this up. And I don't want y'all to see if I eat decent. But I'm going to see how I can really get greasy. Oh, you see, that's all. That's about 2 chips. Pocky chips. Worth of hot sauce. I eat this stuff. I do this. And this right here, you know what? I'm going to put this right back up here. I'm about to go up there, pull all this stuff down, and watch some cartoons. I'm like a nail. No strawberries, no apples, nothing today. This I made from ToLU Cherokee's hibiscus. This is actually a hibiscus tea. It's a tincture. Not tea, tincture. So what I did was I put in about a little over a 1/4 cup of the hibiscus flower. Just listen. Put the boiling water in the mason jar. I got bigger ones. I let it sit until it swole up. Very dark amber, like burgundy color. Then I had some more warm water. And so what I did is I brought the warm water up to here. And I let it sit for 20 minutes. I actually let it sit for an hour in the sunlight. Now, you can't put it back in the sunlight now. Then I added the rest of it is absolute vodka. It has to be over 80% proof. Pure vodka. I've got 88 grain. So I poured that in here to the top. And I added a little bit of lime. Closed. And it sits in my cupboard. There's 3 of them. I got a whole bunch of jars, y'all. I ain't gonna say nothing else, but. And I take a sip every day. Once in the morning, once at night. Besides the fact you always see me having the lavender and the dandelion tea from her. Not the lavender, that's my shit. Okay? Lavender I took a break from. I'm still on break. I haven't had it in about 2 weeks now. One more week, then I go back into the lavender to finish weaning myself off of these damn pills, this poison. But I have to do everything else in the meantime to mitigate proper response, because if I would have knew back then, 15 years ago, 16 years ago, when I had anxiety, if I would have knew what it was, I would have dealt with it totally different. I would have not ate for a week. I would have breathed, meditated, did yoga, cramped up, whatever. Not bathed, not washed my hair. That's right, for a week to reset my balance. But I didn't know that at the time. I was still learning so much. And I was around the wrong energy of people. Always with violence. It was guardian angel. And I wasn't stressed. The funny thing about it, I wasn't stressed. It was the pain. Power lifter. I teach martial arts. I have people kick me and punch me. I'll be like, no, hit me with everything. And they're like, what about your stitches? Oh, my bone, everything's healed up. You heal quick. Like with my lungs. I had this quarter of this lung didn't work. My lungs had holes from the poison that I was breathing like this. My silica was damaged. I got on a spirulina, real sea moss from Ireland. And well, one was from Ireland, the other one was from Jamaica, not from the farm. These sorry Negroes, and there's a bunch of them pushing that crap, and it's not even a real sea moss. It's very weak, not good for you, make you sick. That's spirulina for a week. I refused to eat that food until they got the diet that I needed. And that's when the chefs, I told you, I met them, and they cooked me the best salmon. Man, everything was just non-GMO, just phenomenal. I walked up out of there, I was busting out 3 sets of 50 push-ups, meditating for 2 hours. I lay back and watch a little TV, just as normal as anything, and everybody's coming through looking at me like they're scared. Except for that one little goofy Mossad bitch came in and gave me that shot. Anyway, if she was Mossad, she might not be Mossad. I actually know 2 people who are very old who work for the Mossad. That's all I'm gonna say to that. Yeah. Anyway, but these are motherfuckers. This is a motherfucker. That was a plan. Because when I went back asking about that motherfucker, and everybody's like, what are you talking about? I healed so quick. And then a year later, I was back to running a 10-mile, you know what I'm saying? And when I went back and saw Miss Leonard, she was looking at me like this, doing her paperwork. Thick old Italian woman. Younger than me, but you know. Respectfully, she's a mama and a wife. She's looking at me and she's like, what have you been doing? What I need to do. That's all I can say. So, we have to do things. Sometimes we have to fight what's going on with us. You know? I mean, it's imperative. You have to fight. I don't care what color you are. Somebody asked me, somebody hit me and sent me a message. What all that about y'all segregate? I says, yes, I need my people to segregate from every fucking body so I can converse with them. And those who know what I know and more, converse with them. To get them, what do we say, to fly straight? It doesn't denounce or remove you, but in order for you to be all right, we definitely have to be all right. And they don't get it. It's not meant for them to get it. It's not meant for you to explain yourself. And you don't have to get ugly and be saying all the goopy shit without knowing exactly what it's for. Because the majority of you will still preach the same hate, the same resentments, no love, affirmation, no empathy, and then you expect that you're going to rise above the occasion. See, you're the sick, ill-will people who has got your own mind thought of process, which is nothing but chaotic. You have not relinquished anything from yourself as far as the old you. Today could be the new you, but you will hold on to the old you because you're steeped in ignorance. You gotta make some, and it won't get you drunk. The alcohol, it changes. If you do it weaker, it actually will make it light, and it'll be cloudy. I have one downstairs. I could go and get it and show you, but it's actually clear. So I did a very, very, I didn't add warm. I added more warm water, but it's not as much rose hips. So, I mean, not rose hips, hibiscus. Rose hips is another one. I like to eat rose pepper, but and you add about that much vodka, and what happens is when it's cooled down, it changes to a cloudy white. So it's a stronger tincture. But this one is good. It's the flavor I like. Hibiscus is very delicious as well. And whenever I do that, I like to have a piece of dark 95% cocoa. Yes. Very good. You can take your hot cocoa, right? You can get a graham cracker. You could put it in the little, like the oven, or if you want to do it on top of the stove, heat the graham up. Now when you want to break parchment paper under it, put your little dark chocolate on it and hit it with a little cinnamon. Let it warm up. Yo, you talking about a phenomenal treat. Now your blood pressure is decreased. You know what dark chocolate's good for, man, besides the prostate, gallbladder, and a few other things. Okay? And the graham, real graham cracker, not the fake stuff. You can make your own, you know. Fuck Nabisco's graham crackers. Leave that, stop eating them. Go to, if you got a Sprouts, and if they got them, stock up on your graham crackers, people. Excellent treat. No more donuts, no more sugar tarts, and none of that worms and all that other crap that messes with your testosterone. Women, ovarian cancer, oh, the same thing. Stay away from the sugars and stop using those dairy, what them creamers they put in the coffees. Them things got 3 of the most harmful damn things in it, and people still go to Starbucks getting that crap. Leave that vile Starbucks alone. Stop drinking that Monster drink. Those are Yiddish letters that equate 666. Regardless of these niggas talking about 6 protons, neurons, and electrons. Leave it alone. That's all that's order out of chaos. That doesn't work that way. Order's established. We don't need some motherfuckers flipping around 666. We don't even have the dynasty of the old buildings that kept us powerful. So we must do it and illuminate ourselves. So you must become more of a spiritual creature. You must hyperventilate yourself. You must breathe your motherfucking self back into existence because the oxygen levels are lower. So you have to force it into your brain, into your system, into your bloodstream. You must have a clarity of thought. You must rectify and relegate yourself to something other than what you do on a daily basis. If you put your shoes in front of your bed, take them and throw it up under your bed. Put them in the goddamn closet. Change it up every day so that way you know change, and change is easy with you. You're comfortable with change because in order to become who you're supposed to be, you're going to have to change from who you are. Fucking starving. So with that said, I'm going to give a shout out, as I said before, and I'm going to close this up. Rondo, Chatahaya. Yeah, I subscribe to you too, bro. I'll put you in there. You're on the, what you call it? Mama Red. Honor, all you know it. Grey Wolf. Keith Cobbs. Fuck yeah, America. Fuck yeah. Every time I hear them saying it or the little animation, I'm like, that's right, us, me. And I be hearing me out the window. Yeah, fuck yeah, man, talking about us. The fucking land. Us. D Cheap Dark Bull Hughes. Salute. What's going on, Ken folk? Lamont's Jr. Whoo. Gracias, old Uncle Barry. Oh, thank you, Rhonda. Thank you. Well, the idiots that came in here, huh? Much love, much respect. All of y'all. None of your business. No, I was reading the book of Enoch. Oh, yeah, they come with the little, yeah. We don't pay them no mind. Thank you. Mama Red, thank you, yo, I respect more. Y'all don't know how much I love y'all. Y'all clear in the house. Y'all ain't with that now. We ain't got any, I'm not going to speak on it. That's what I'm talking about. Tennessee, all over. They're all over. Yes. Dark skin, that's right. But it's not, the world over, yes. But we're the center of their attention. Why do you think it's important for these idiots to think they're keeping us on the bottom? They can do whatever they want, but it's not, we say least. You dig? Yeah, I'm always going to start off with Book of Enoch because I know none of y'all read it, and I know a lot of y'all can't discern or understand it. So I will always read it to show you the collaboration with history. I tell you, I just started off with 1 book, 2 books. I can bring 7 books in and read quatrains or paragraphs from each one of them and show the tie-in, how our stuff is spread all over to make it very elusive and have people running around in division and derision. I'm always on point. You will never see me with Alzheimer or anything. There's a reason why I'm doing what I'm doing. You are more powerful than you know, and you need to know that. That's why you need to look in the mirror and you need to affirm that. I don't care if you got to say it 1,000,000 times, 1,000,000. You need to be doing it. You get what I'm saying? You need to do it. All of you. All right? Every one of you. No one, let me see, okay. No one is without this fact. Everyone. And why I say that, y'all my usual, so y'all moderators. Y'all gonna check everything and make sure everything's all right. And you know why I say that? Do you know why I say the things I say? Because it's meant for me to say them. I don't have a plan, a prompt, I don't have a menu. I'm telling you exactly what I do. And I'm broken too, y'all. I'm broken without y'all. I'm broken with you. When y'all not fixed, I'm broken. And it's important. You know what I mean? Well, I'm about to mess this food up. I appreciate y'all coming in. And don't worry, it's open mic night. So please step on by and y'all come on in. I got a wonderful topic. It's not about Ye. I'm so done talking about him. I did what I said and said what I did because I had to. Because even with him doing what he's doing, when I tell you it's a distraction, you better believe me, it's a distraction. All right? They already puppetized him. How you think he got to $11 billion? Don't ever get it misconstrued. Pink hair, wearing them funny leather things that look like kind of like a dress and pants. And listen to me. So harking on Jesus. Even in the damn Bible it says you can curse me, but don't curse the Creator. And that is a message. What was that fake Satan motherfucker? Because he has many names, and there's many of them. What was his major job? To get you to disbelieve, not only in so-called the God in their literature, but you forget who that is. You forget who you are. Do you see what I'm saying? It's empirical that you understand this. Right? So right now, a lot of y'all need to use any tool you can. And I'm not telling y'all go walking into one of them morbid ass one-way churches and all the other bullshit. I'm saying, you know, it's within you. It is you. All right? So y'all have a grand day. You know I love y'all. Don't get it twisted. And ladies, gents, you already know.